Good afternoon, it's meteorologist Michael Fecka. Welcome back to the afternoon weather update. We do this every day here during the workdays and on weekends. We stream it out to all of our streaming platforms as well as to Facebook and YouTube. So if you're joining from either place, please feel free to leave us a question or a comment. Hopefully I'll be able to answer it all as I go through the forecast, but if not, I'll go through at the very end and see if I can address anything individually for you. But let's get started here with a look at what we're tracking out through the rest of the weekend and into next week. Well, for starters, it is a gorgeous day out there right now. So hopefully, outside of watching this forecast right now, hopefully you've been able to enjoy some outdoor time today, because we started off with some clouds, but now it is mostly sunny out there. Temperatures are warming up through the 50s, probably topping out in the upper 50s to around 60 through the afternoon. And then we'll continue to warm up here through the start of the work week, Monday through Wednesday, but it also looks like we've got the chance for at least some strong to severe thunderstorms for Tuesday and into Wednesday. Details still coming together, but a little bit more focused as we get into Wednesday for that severe weather threat. And then behind that system, we will cool down and dry out headed into the end of the work week and into next weekend. So here's a look at what's going on out there right now. We've got a nice area of high pressure building in from the west. That's following that cold front that moved through last night. That's also what caused some of those showers and storms to roll through yesterday morning. Luckily, we didn't catch any of those severe thunderstorm warnings yesterday, and today we can just enjoy the rest of the weekend. Taking a little closer look there, I mentioned earlier the clouds hung around through much of the morning, and then they gradually decreased from northwest to southeast across the tri-state. And now we're all completely sunny no matter where you sit across the area. So please take advantage of it. It is wonderful out there. You know, maybe even bust out the grill if you would, get some burgers and dogs on there and eat something outside. But taking a look at our sky cam, you can see gorgeous out there along the Owensboro riverfront. Nothing but blue sky, not even a cloud. Temperatures are now sitting mostly in the 50s, 55 degrees here in Evansville and Madisonville, 54 elsewhere in Huntingburg, Henderson, and Owensboro. Taking a look at the next 12 hours, we'll climb back up into the upper 50s to right around 60 for our high today, and then we'll stay clear tonight with temperatures cooling down back into the lower 40s. And don't forget, our sunsets are an hour later this evening thanks to that early wake-up call we all had this morning due to the time change, but this is what makes it worth it. The sun will be out until 6:50 tonight, so nearly 7 o'clock before the sun actually goes down. So you'll have a much longer time to get outside and enjoy the beautiful weather we are having. And looking ahead to tomorrow, we'll warm back up all the way into the low, maybe even mid 70s in a few locations. We'll start off with mostly sunny skies, but as we transition into tomorrow afternoon, we may see some partly cloudy skies take over, and then it does look like there's a chance for maybe a few showers possible, mainly overnight Monday headed into Tuesday, and winds will be out of the south-southwest between 5 to 10 miles per hour with gusts up to 20. So a little bit of a breezier day for the start of the work week, but here's how that all shakes out on our future radar here. Mostly sunny skies to start, partly cloudy through the afternoon, and then headed into Monday evening, we should stay dry up until the overnight hours. That's where we have the chance for maybe a few spot showers or a few sprinkles there into very early Tuesday morning. Now that transitions us into our next potential severe weather threat here. We are still outlooked for severe weather both Tuesday and on Wednesday, but it looks like the greater risk for severe weather within the tri-state looks to be on Wednesday. However, here's a look at those storm risks. Most of the tri-state here is outlooked in that isolated severe weather threat, so that level 1 out of 5, but portions of southern Illinois, including Wayne, Edwards, and Wabash County, you are included within that level 2 threat for some severe thunderstorms. And then that level 2 risk translates southeastward by the time we get into Wednesday afternoon as the cold front passes. So when that cold front moves in, I think that's when we'll all see a better chance for maybe some strong to severe thunderstorms. Again, it's not a guarantee. We're still looking at models here, and things have to come together in order for us to see that. But it is still a potential that's on the board, so we'll remain on alert for that Tuesday and Wednesday. And in terms of timing, it's still pretty fuzzy at this point. We may still get a couple of spotty showers or a pop-up thunderstorm during the day on Tuesday, but I think the better severe weather threat, if we were to see any on Tuesday, would be headed into late Tuesday night, mainly into the overnight hours and primarily across southern Illinois. The better chances for severe weather through the rest of the tri-state moves in as we get into Wednesday afternoon and into Wednesday evening before we dry out, headed into Wednesday night. But it does look like at this point in time, all hazards may be possible. So that includes the potential for some damaging wind gusts, maybe some hail, and even tornadoes can't be ruled out. Now, at what severity they will be, that is still yet to be determined. We are several days out, so hopefully those details will become a little bit more fine-tuned. So right now we're sitting at that level 1 and 2 risks for both days. So, widespread outbreak not expected here, but definitely looking at the potential for a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings, maybe even a few tornado warnings Tuesday and into Wednesday. Primarily on Wednesday is what the thinking is right now. But in addition to those severe weather risks, we've also got, heavy rainfall in the forecast with those thunderstorms moving through. And with the ground being so wet and saturated from all the rain we've had this past week, we are going to be looking at maybe the potential for some isolated areas of flash flooding for Tuesday into Wednesday as well, wherever those thunderstorms pop up, especially if thunderstorms begin to train over the same areas. Now, I did have a nice little rainfall graphic for you here, but it doesn't look like it wants to load up for me, but it looks like we could be seeing, oh, there we go, anywhere between 1 and 1.5 inches across the majority of the tri-state, perhaps upwards of 2 inches across portions of southern Illinois and north of the tri-state, headed up towards south central Indiana. So that'll be headed our way for the work week. And just to take a look at our 7-day forecast, just to kind of wrap it up in a little bit of a bow for you. I know I threw a lot of information out there. Tomorrow still be a decent day. We'll start off with sunny skies, translating to partly cloudy through the afternoon. A few sprinkles possible overnight Monday into early Tuesday morning, and then better chances for some showers and thunderstorms arrive Tuesday into Wednesday there with that system moving in from the west. And again, it looks like the better potential for severe weather will be late Tuesday, and then again as we head into Wednesday afternoon and into Wednesday evening. But all the details still need to come together, and we have to fine-tune them here through tomorrow. So make sure you stay tuned to the forecast and you pay close attention. But behind that system there, through the end of next week, we'll start to dry out and cool back down into the 50s and 60s. So back to a reality there for Thursday, and then we should hover there in the 60s through the end of the work week and into next weekend, with maybe a few more showers possible by the time we get into next Sunday. But overall, not a bad 7-day outlook. We've got, of course, those alert days, but outside of those alert days, the weather should be fairly enjoyable and comfortable to get outside and enjoy. But let's take a look at some of the comments. Good afternoon, Cheyenne and Calvin. Thank you, Haley Fischetti. Yes, the graphic finally loaded. Luis says, thanks, you are very welcome. Zach asking what's the main threat for severe weather for Evansville this week. We're looking at potentially some severe storms. Again, not looking at a guarantee here. We're not outlooked in that level 3 or above, but we do have that potential with that level 1 and 2 risks, mainly late Tuesday and into Wednesday, specifically Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday evening is when I think we'll all see a better chance for some severe weather potential with that cold front moving in from the west. And at this point in time, it looks like all hazards may be on the table here. So you definitely want to brush up on your severe weather preparedness plans. It actually is the first day of severe weather preparedness week here in Indiana. We'll all actually have those tornado drills, a statewide tornado drill on Tuesday. So you'll get that alert on your TV and on the radios, your NOAA weather radios, and you'll also hear the storm sirens likely go off on Tuesday. So hopefully, they do that before we actually have any potential for severe weather, but we will see. But it's just a good time to, brush up on your plans. Make sure you know where your safe spaces are, whether you're at home, at work, or at school. Make sure everyone who you live with, your family, is aware of those plans. And you also want to make sure you have a way to receive warnings, multiple ways to receive warnings, with the exception of, storm sirens. We do not want to rely on storm sirens, especially if you're going to be inside. They are specifically designed to only be heard outdoors. So a great way to always have a way to receive a warning is downloading that 14 First Alert weather app and turning on those notifications. No matter where you are, you'll receive alerts even if you're outside of the tri-state for your current location. So that is always the best way to go headed into severe weather preparedness week and with these alert days on the board. So hopefully we'll fine-tune these details for Tuesday and Wednesday through tomorrow. So just continue to check back in. But that's all I've got here for the forecast. I'm going to hop off the live stream and send you guys over to 14 News at 5 for all the latest news and weather headlines. And of course, I'll be right back here at 9 o'clock tonight for our weather show and then back on air at 10. So everybody enjoy the rest of your day and stay safe.